Yeah. So if there's any questions you want to ask, Miss, I've done it again. What the hell?
Is there any... I'm getting the fuck out of here.
So, is there any questions you want to ask the answer? If you want to get an answer from the answer, please ask your question. Sorry, that was bad.
Yeah, I need a little break, man. I think I've been playing for like 5-6 hours straight. I'm just
only 5 and 6 hours?
I feel like I'm you know, getting like a fever or something, man. It's like fucking hot, dude.
Oh wow, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's
But just think it's the weather, man. Maybe when I go to France, it's gonna be a little warmer over there.
Mercury's rising now a bit. A bit.
Who cares? So, yeah. Shout out to everybody in America.
Thank you, Raised by Finches. Yeah, like I said, yeah, this is a lot of hard work. I've still only got 56 subscribers. Just saying. Like I said, I'm gonna do a stupid campaign because I'm getting kind of annoyed with. Do you know what it is? I've got a lot of original content on my channel. It's like I actually went out, obviously broke my back recording the stuff. And
how long you been doing this?
Not that long, but about a whole year or something like that. But it's still pretty low in the grand scheme of things. And it's a case of, but I see morons. Oh, what the hell? Oh, sorry. No, sorry. We've got to stop this. We've now got a proper question for the answer. They want to know, was it hard to win against Christina more than 5 times? I don't.
Well, I'm not sure if they're watching the stream, but she knows what she's doing. She's not free, I would tell you that. She's not a beginner. She's more like an intermediate to a high level player. But it wasn't that hard. I think what helped me a lot was that she didn't know the matchup against either Billy or Elizabeth. Yeah. So yeah, I mean she's a great player, but I think that had that advantage on my side. And I seem to be getting that a lot, man. Even in the tournament, everybody's like, "What the fuck is that? What's going on?" So yeah, I mean, you know, much respect for her for playing the game. You know, you don't see many girls playing KOF.
Yeah, it's a double rarity. Oh, okay. Another question Raised by Finches. What is your pre-tournament routine? What do you do to get your head straight?
Oh, well, not just to get my head straight, but
so yeah, what the hell? Seriously, Raised by Finches.
You guys have the funniest sayings here. Yeah. I usually like to, you know, go to training mode for at least an hour before.
Training mode?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I practice. See, that's what people don't know. You gotta go in there ready. I also like to review my opponent's matches. You know.
Oh, so you do watch their matches if they're archived up.
Yeah, you know, and this I was telling Gutsmith this the other day on the stream. The guys who win are the ones who go in there ready, prepared for the tournament, not just. Oh yeah, I know how to play the game. I'm really good. I can do all these freaking combos. But it's not just about that. It's about going in there ready, prepared. I usually like to train. Go into training mode for about an hour. I do all my bread and butters, all the basic ones, all the basic combos. I practice those. I do a little bit of the long HD combos, all that shit. But nah. At the end of the day, what wins matches? It's all your bread and butters. That you have them on point, and surprisingly, you'll see a lot of players losing because they dropped a basic combo, a short combo.
Yes, please refer to my video.
Yeah, so see that's what happens, man, and you gotta be in ready and know your shit, you know. And then I also like to play a few casual games against people that I know I'm not gonna play in the tournament.
So yeah, definitely get your casuals in then.
But then again, you got to start playing at least 2 hours before your first match. Before your first match of the tournament.
Interesting. Okay, anything else then? Answer ain't it hot to play KOF versus women?
Well, it's, only if it's against pretty women like Christina. She's very pretty, so it's kind of tough. It hurts to beat her up.
You know, true say, obviously, female fighting gamers are kind of rare. They're not as rare as before.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's not be about. They are big. Yeah, we got Christina here. We got Francis Pye, who's in the West Country, I believe. And okay, you know what? That's it. Yeah, I'm out. We got Ray's girlfriend, but she doesn't really play seriously.
Hmm. So, yep.
Okay. No, that's not a real question. Come on, let's not insult the man. Does anyone actually? Does anybody actually wear sombreros in Mexico?
Yeah, a lot of people wear sombreros in if that has anything to do with it. Yeah, your issue. And so, who is the best chin, Michelle's or Kane's? I would say Kane's 317 by far.
Oh,
Michelle has an idea of how to use the chin, but Kane definitely has master chin. That's why he's a chin master. Yeah.
okay. Any other questions, guys? Or I'm gonna start going on to my bizarre monologue.
Well, since we're waiting for questions, I just want to thank you for bringing all the streaming equipment, and also I know you did the stream for
Yeah,
Slash 12.
yeah.
So I
No,
see,
thanks, man.
I
Anytime.
have a lot of respect for people who support the community and everybody who who's either doing the stream or organizing a tournament or running a bracket, because I do it myself too, man.
Yes.
Back at home, I do it myself.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
it's-
Oh yeah, you did do the list. I thought it was yeah. Was it the yeah when you did the list with that bizarre Nolan chart in it? Oh no, that was Reynolds, Romance, and Barlow, wasn't it?
What list?
The infamous tier chart that everyone hated.
Oh yeah, the tier chat. Yeah, but what I'm saying about organizing and putting
Oh, the
together
tier,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. So I do that too over
Oh
there.
yeah, sure.
I organize, events, and I try to bring everybody together. I have my own little stream from home. Sometimes you should watch it too.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, what's your Twitch?
Twitch, The Answer KOF.
You know what? Do you know what the irritating thing is? I actually do. I actually
Did you imagine? You're like, it's
Well,
part
no.
of it.
I do actually remember that. I've actually just forgotten. Oh yeah, wait, he did.
Yeah,
do
that's
the
where
one.
we did the infamous tier list that it will prove to be true at the end of the whatever.
Oh, okay. In that
Uh,
case, actually, I got a question since it's my damn stream. I can answer it. Leona does suck. There's no getting around it.
Yeah.
Some of our top I'd say RoboCop anyway strongly disagrees.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of people who disagree, but at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that she cannot win. That's the problem that people don't understand. It's not that she cannot win. You're just gonna have a harder time winning. That's it.
No, that's true.
But if
That's,
you put in
yeah.
work, you do training. Hey, I'm not. Shit, I can see myself losing to a good Leona, somebody who's master and learns all the matchups and know what to do in every situation. It can't happen. This is KOF. This is not Street Fighter where it can be a one-sided game, and if the matchup is bad, you're fucked. It's KOF. Anything can happen, and if you put in enough time to your characters, you can win anybody.
Yeah, definitely. No, because that's the same thing I reckon about Mai. I reckon Mai is not necessarily an awful character because literally you press a button, you lose. It's just because simply everyone else is just better than her. That's it.
Yeah. Yep. You just gotta put in a little more work. But before anything else, I want to thank you for bringing all the equipment.
Oh yeah,
it was
definitely.
it was like 100 pounds for the equipment that you
Yeah,
brought
yeah,
in.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, and on your
Well,
back, I tried to lift that suitcase, whatever you were bringing, and man, it was freaking heavy. I couldn't pick it up the floor. And this guy carried it for like what a half a kilometer.
Let me. Well, obviously, I don't ride it all the way to when I was doing. Last week the Ultimate Clash 12. Obviously, I'm on my folding bike. I pretty much ride. I don't know, 2.5 miles, then get onto a train, then put it back on again, and then ride another 2.5 miles.
And then you had a bike on top of that.
Yeah, it's the little folding one. The little Brompton you see out in the hallway. For the obvious reasons. Unlike you Americans, we're not blessed with great public transport, i.e. everything shuts down at midnight. So if I'm stranded late at night, that folding bike is my lifeline to get back home. Basically I'm insane, guys. I am actually insane.
And then on top of that, he's carrying like 100 pounds of equipment. So I was like,
that's it. That's about right, yeah.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Oh, good morning, Professor. Thanks for joining all the way from Japan.
The professor? That sounds
Professor from Japan. Yeah. Much respect to the professor. Yeah, Gunsmith says you're late, Professor. So, yeah, the answer KOF. Yeah. So, yeah, man, much respect to you, and thank you very much. I
thank you.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
I appreciate it.
No worries, man.
And I know
Anytime.
sometimes, your work might go unnoticed and unappreciated, but, at least I want to thank you for my part.
Oh no, thank you. That definitely means a lot. It's again, I do this for community. I don't really care how much money it costs, or well, obviously I should. Because everyone points out. I think JB even pointed out. Whatever, yeah, whatever. That's another matter. But it's like, no, I do love this community. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure it lasts. Because again, it was a case of KOF was pretty much dead. But now that I've got a chance to keep it alive, I'm gonna do everything I can.
Mm, yeah, that's what it is, man. And that's what people like you are the ones who keep the community going, man.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
What happened?
Another question. Ask him what he thinks about when constructing a team, like Team Order. Okay, that's a nice one.
Yeah, I put Billy first because obviously he doesn't need any meter to put
Yeah, that's kind of obvious. Yeah.
to be a problem. So
The
definitely
problem.
use that. But then again, if you notice at Ultimate Clash 12, I used EX Kyo. Again, same reason. He's another character who can cause serious damage with very little, no meter at all. Actually, I use him as a battery character
That's
because
interesting.
usually
Yeah.
by the end of the first round, he has built like 2.5 meters and 90% of my drive. So I really like that. And then my second character, it will usually be a character who can take full advantage of all those meters and all that drive,
Okay.
and who can build whatever it's left to build it. It's just by starting that HD combo or whatever combo I'm gonna do.
I know. Also noticed that you pick Keo first sometimes.
Yeah,
A
that's
big
why I put
factor
him
of that is also because the opponent doesn't have stocks to actually do
exactly.
stuff back as
See,
well.
and that's another thing. That's another thing that depending on your character, you can do things that are not so safe at the beginning of a match because your opponent is not going to be able to punish you to the fullest,
Okay.
right? But if I put EX Kyo last and my opponent has 2 meters and 90% drive or whatever, I make one mistake and my EX Kyo is gone. You know, and the same thing with Billy Kane. I do the dragon, right? If you punish it at the in the first round, chances are that you're not gonna, tops. You'll probably do 25% damage. But if I miss one of those on the last round, you can probably kill me with one hit. You know what I mean? Right? Makes sense.
So when you're playing, players of your level, obviously that's very important.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. That is very.
Tag J-Lo in since he's answering more questions now since I've ran out.
I was just asking the answer about his order placement of characters. Obviously he picks EX Keo first or Billy first because not only because they have advantages without having a lot of stock, and also because the opponent does not have stock to punish as much as say if they had 3 or 4 or HD bar in second or last characters.
Another good
Yeah.
example of you would see in UC12 and Feed the Games here, I had Elizabeth second. So by the time she started, I already had 3 meters and a full drive. I just need to build 1 more meter and just get 1 combo in and you're dead. You've seen that combo. Everybody was asking what the hell is going on with that combo. With
Oh, that's right. Yes, the infamous new Elizabeth combo that I think the answer was talking to me about before. That him and I believe one romance.
Yeah.
Actually found it out themselves. It wasn't the Japanese. It wasn't someone from Asia. It was the Mexicans that found out that combo, and it does take a lot of damage. It is ridiculous. Can you explain to us exactly the technicalities of that combo?
Well, no one from like Asia or SNK has come forward and say anything about that combo. What we're guessing, but again, what we know, right? What happens here is that the EX Super, the combo we're talking about is jump C, stand C, forward B, I activate stand C, uppercut A, cancel into the EX Super, the fireball, the EX, and that one I cancel it in the first hit into the Neomax.
Right.
So I'm only doing 6 hits before I cancel into the Neomax. What we're thinking is that the scale factor or the scaling does not kick in till after 7 or 8 hits probably.
Yeah, and this is for the people home to remind you, this is the Elizabeth combo that takes a lot of damage when he does the Neomax at a certain time.
You're right.
After the EX Super. Right. So yeah.
It does 91% damage to do it right.
Yeah.
And it's very simple because you just do uppercut A and then you buffer in the EX Super. you cancel it in the first hit, and then you will see Elizabeth leave the EX Super in the air, and then she would go back and do the Neomax.
That's right.
So you're caught in your opponent is caught in the middle of the EX Super, and then the Neomax is all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
So you just see your life
Just disappear.
disappear.
If you watch the UC match between him and Reinhardt, I believe it was the second match or the first match where that Elizabeth combo basically destroyed all of his. But it looked like 100% combo, but I believe there was a bit left.
Yeah.
Taken off
But yeah, actually on the stream earlier today, I did against Christina, and you can hear her jumping out her chair, like.
Yeah, was that recorded on the stream?
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't remember.
I've got a local record. I'm gonna put it up on YouTube.
Okay, we've got two cases of that combo happening. So yeah, we could actually archive that somewhere. But it was a ridiculous combo. It takes 91%. It is a tournament finisher, if you ask me. I mean, if you're against Elizabeth with a certain amount of stocks, you do not want to get caught with that combo because it will take so much damage.
And the nice part about it is that before this combo, we were having such a horrible time coming up with a decent HD combo for her, because everything, it's really hard to do execution-wise. It's very hard to do her HD combos because you're doing the uppercut into fireball, and just the timing for that, it's horrible. It's very strict. So when we were like, okay, we just need to figure out something to do easier. And I think it was Romance who said, what about this, guys? And he did it. I think he got like 80% out of it on the first time. And then it was Bala, me, and Romance, and we're like, wait. I think we can take this a little further. And yeah. Oh, okay. The audio still. All right.
Yeah, Romance.
Yeah. And Romance is
found-
like, Romance is like, what about this, guys? I'm like, oh shit. And then Bala saw it. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, dude, what was that? And then I took a closer look, and the super is staying out there, even though she's not there anymore. Unlike the normal super, where you only use 1 meter, as soon as she goes back to do the Neomax, it disappears. It's gone. It's not doing any more damage. But the EX super stays out there and it's doing damage.
That's right. The EX Super stays on the screen. You can actually see it if you watch the videos between Reinhardt and UC12 or the matches between Christina. You'll see that combo. You'll see the the EX Super stay there whilst the EX Super activates and also takes a lot of damage. What was I going to say? Now that super, do you think it do you think it's a glitch where they should have taken it out in the arcade version of
no,
Climax?
of course not. And they actually added this. Oh, for the arcade version of Climax.
Yeah.
I hope they didn't, because I mean,
Yeah.
she has no other HD combos that are you can get all the time, 100% of the time.
That's right, because
you got characters like Kyo, Shen, who pretty much once you start the combo, there's very little window for you to drop it unless you suck at it.
Yeah.
But then Elizabeth, no man, you gotta put in the work and really look at the timing of when the opponent's falling down, and there's always like a window for you to miss the combo.
That's right. I mean, they toned down Elizabeth in the console version, but they, from what I've seen of the Answer play Elizabeth, she's actually very good if you can time the combos, as you said, them strict combos, and find out when to do the unblockables and everything like that.
And then that goes again back to that question where the order select.
Yeah.
I would put Elizabeth at least second or third, because she's not able to do that on the first position.
Yeah.
On point. So that also comes into play.
Yeah. I also noticed one more thing with Elizabeth is that you do the EX teleport into the EX grab.
Right.
And that only takes 1 stock.
Right.
Even though it's 2 EXs.
Right.
2 different EX moves.
Right.
Do you think that is intentional on this?
Yeah, of course, because I don't think the arcade version had the EX teleport.
Yeah.
And well, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. We actually were testers for the game back in America, and we knew about this months before the console came out. And again, it was a Romance and me who were messing around with it, and we came across this, and I saw that it was only 1 meter.
Yeah.
And then I look at Romance, I'm like, what happened there? And he's like, I don't know, but that looks really good, because you're getting invincibility from the EX teleport,
That's right.
you get invincibility, and then the EX command grab has invincibility too.
Right.
So if you cancel the EX teleport to the EX command grab, you're carrying a move with full invincibility. You can't do much about it until she goes into the animation of the command grab. So we're like, whoa, what the hell is this, man? And we're like, should we say anything about it? Or not? But we sure did. You know, we didn't want to feel like cheap asses. So like, oh, you guys knew about that. It's freaking broken.
Yeah.
So we did report that to Atlas, and Atlas reported that to SNK. And they were aware of it, and they said, "Oh, it's fine. Yeah,
That's
we meant to do
legit?
that. Yeah."
Oh, that's great.
So they carried it over, and this was at least 2 months before the game released.
So people at home, when you see Elizabeth do an EX teleport into the EX grab, that's legit. You can actually abuse it, and it only takes 1 stock, so it's 2 EX moves.
And the best thing about it is that you can do either EX command grab or EX uppercut or EX fireball. So that's where the mind games start coming in.
That is great.
Yeah.
That is actually quite good. I mean, I'm not sure if they actually changed anything in the climax version, the new arcade version, which is basically the console version. With
There's a few things that I want to test out here. For example, Gunsmith also wants to test them out. We read something about Billy Kane having invincibility on an HD bypass, which we can't quite figure out what does that mean, but it's been fixed in Climax. So I'm trying to figure out what does that mean, and like what happens or what is this? So something we might definitely want to test out.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, I do want the console version to get any update that the arcade might get.
That's right. I mean, as far as I know, I don't think they'll change anything for Elizabeth, because so many people do not know about those specific things that Romance and The Answer found out about her. So, you know, if SNK is legit, then it's legit. I mean, that 91% combo is just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
When everyone first saw it, they were just shocked. Christina was shocked today. She was like, oh, that's not going to take a lot. And it
then she turned around and she said, "Oh, I thought you were stupid because you canceled your EX Super at the first frames, active frames, and then I see all the damage it does." She's like, "What the hell?"
She was actually quite shocked. It was actually when I first saw it, someone actually told me, "Yeah, this is gonna take a lot of damage." I thought, "Oh, that's not gonna take a lot of damage," and it actually killed the whole character in one combo. I thought, "Oh my god, it's ridiculous." I mean, as far as I can see, I mean, Elizabeth's definitely at the top. You actually mentioned the tier list beforehand to me on UC12, I think. What was it, Benimo first?
No. See, there's
Benimo.
no
There's no first.
There's no first. There's like classes. And I would say right now definitely Mr. Karate, Benny Maru, EX Kyo, Normal Kyo, Claw Yori, and Psyche would probably be the highest class.
Okay, so let's say SS tier would be Claw Yori, EX Yori, EX Kyo, Benimo, and Mr. Karate.
Right.
And Psyche.
Definitely.
Psyche. That's right. I mean, I know all those characters are great, but I have not seen a lot of Psyche. You were actually using Psyche today. What would you say her best properties are, or what makes her very strong?
See, what makes him strong is that he can control the game. When you're playing against Psyche, you're playing his game. He's got that fireball that it just comes out instantly. He can just spam that, and his uppercut, it's so good too. So when you're playing against him, you're playing his game. Then he's got the fake jump where he can go back, right? So he's baiting he jumps in, you think, oh, I can do uppercut here. No, he went back. And then he's got his teleports. They're not so useful in match, but once you start going into mind games and mix-ups, they can become useful.
Okay.
Then he's got his HD combos. There's one with 2 meters that can kill you. They're a little difficult to do. I'm not going to lie about that. It does require some execution, but with some practice, anybody can do them.
Wow. Yeah.
So, but the main thing about it is that he can control the game.
Yeah.
He can control the space, and you're playing his game.
Yeah.
You're trying to react to.
Another thing you mentioned to me was that because I don't play Psyche, I don't know his moves, but he actually doesn't have to charge. He actually, not like Ash.
Yeah.
He just can do fireballs with a normal fireball motion and dragons with a normal dragon motion. So that's very convenient for people who prefer that, doing those moves instead of charging as well, like Ash. I think that's very interesting. You said the second class of characters. What, or second tier of class characters? Who were they? Would you say?
That would definitely be Shen, Yuri, Elizabeth. Off the top of my head, go to the character select screen. Go to the character select screen. Yeah, Huajai, man. He's.
Switch the. Okay, we can do it like this, I guess. Okay. Wow. Okay. Experimentations with the answer.
Just so that I just need to see the characters. I can't think of all. Don't want to miss anyone.
Ooh, fantastic!
Also, Professor did talk about Billy earlier today, so you can watch the stream again. And I'm glad that frame trap worked for you. Actually, we're talking about that frame trap earlier today because somebody else was saying that frame trap worked wonders for them. Go with the. Yeah. And Christina was also asking me like, what the hell is that? Why can't I get out of that? So for those who didn't watch the on show yesterday, I showed them a little frame trap I came up with. So okay, so who do we have?
Second class of tier of the tier list would be like
Elizabeth, Shan, definitely. Let's see, Huajai. That's another character, really solid there. And oh man, I forgot.
Billy.
Billy, yeah, definitely
sure?
Billy. Yeah, I'm sure Billy was there.
Billy.
And EX Yori.
EX
Yori. Yeah, EX Yori.
So you would put Chloryu on top of
Oh,
EX?
of course, any day, any time.
Wow, that's interesting. Because SNK did say they wanted to make the DLC characters more stronger than normal characters so people would buy them. But obviously, Chloryu is obviously a bit better than EX Yuri.
Yeah, he got a few improvements from the arcade version, which put him up there.
Oh.
So yeah, definitely EX Yuri, but he's still up there, man.
Yeah.
He's not,
Yeah,
shit.
he's
You know,
not-
usually
no,
when
shit, yeah.
there's these DLC characters, people expect them to not be useful or be worthless and stuff.
Yeah.
But so far, SNK has done a great job and made all the EX characters available, and they're playable. I can actually use them.
Yeah. Would you say Chin is the second tier or maybe below that?
Chin will probably be a little below that.
Yeah.
A little below that.
Mm.
Chin, it's another kind of like gimmicky character, but if you know how to use them, you can cause some serious damage. But definitely not that high up there. Now,
Yeah.
this is another thing people need to think about. Just because your character it's below another characters that we think might be better, doesn't mean you can't win.
They can't win, yeah.
Yeah, it means
Because
that
they might be anti that character or have properties just for that character.
yeah. So it just means that you gotta put a little more work in. It means that you just gotta learn the matchups a little better.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you cannot win. You can definitely beat an entire S-class team with an A-class team.
That's right. That's what KOF is about.
And that's why this
Teams.
game it's beautiful. And because you can actually win with any characters you want. If you like playing with Athena, you can win with Athena if you put in work, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's interesting talking about Athena because she was ridiculous in original 2K2.
Yeah.
Did you play 2K2?
Yeah, and she was one of my main characters.
She was. Oh
Yeah.
dear. Now I don't like you anymore because I really hate Athena. She was so good. I remember Choi being very good in 2K2. I can see that in KO13, Kim has replaced Choi and Chang with two other characters, and it looks very similar because Huaja is very skinny and Raiden's very fat, and Huaja is also a bit of the teeth as well, like Choi was.
Right.
So there's not a lot of difference, but yeah, that's my opinion of why they changed them. But yeah, does anyone have any questions for the answer? He will be leaving for Cannes tomorrow morning, I believe.
Tomorrow morning at 8.
He's leaving for France tomorrow morning. He'll be there for the weekend, and he'll be, I think, leaving on Monday, back to the States.
I'll be back to the States on Monday.
Yeah, on Monday. And personally, I think he has a very good chance of winning. Him or Mr. KOF will definitely be top 3, I think.
Thank you for
Personally, or top 8 at the worst. Yeah. But yeah, you guys need to watch out for these guys. But yeah, these guys will actually, when they play seriously, they will not drop combos and they will take off all your life.
Who's streaming
Yeah.
cams?
Definitely.
Will
They-
they be streaming? You asked.
Yeah, they'll be streaming.
Yeah, they'll be streaming matches. Hopefully they will
Who's
get the
doing it?
important matches.
Oh, okay.
Not
Hope-
sure who's doing it, but
Yeah.
they will be streaming. So just go to the RoyalGameCup.com website, and they'll see it, and you'll see that. Amsals is streaming stage 1. Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, say. Don't know. I don't know who's actually streaming in France, but in Cannes, hopefully they will stream the important matches if they don't have the resources to stream all the matches. I know in UC12 we didn't get to stream all the matches for the top 8. I don't believe. I think some of them were streamed, some of them weren't. Yeah, all the top players were streamed at UC12. Hopefully they'll do the same for the event in Cannes, which means we'll be seeing a lot of Mr. Kiref and a lot of The Answer, as well as all the other great French players who will be there, giving us good entertainment with their great KOF play.
Right.
Do we have any more questions? I never heard Kim. Why no love for Kim as a beginner? What are the holds in his games, and what
Kim
should
is
I know?
actually really good, man.
Yeah.
You can see players like Reynolds. You can go not go YouTube some of his matches. Reynolds uses Kim extremely well, and he's not bottom tier at all. He's definitely up there. It just takes a little more work, but he's definitely a character to be concerned of.
For what I've seen of Kim players is I don't know. There was a French player that I was playing. I don't know if this is a right tactic to use with Kim, but he was doing a lot of what I believe the standing 2 kicks.
Yeah, standing C, I believe it
A
is.
standing C.
Down
And
B, stand B for A.
yeah,
and
he
then-
just kept doing that all
Yeah.
the time, and I believe does that have lower invincibility on the hitbox
yeah,
or something
it
like that?
has lower invincibility.
It
if
has
you're
low
kicking high.
invincibility.
So
Yeah.
if they're doing crouching Bs,
Yeah.
they're gonna get hit by it.
Yeah, I noticed he was doing that a lot. I don't know when the invincibility kicks in. Maybe it's straight at the beginning, but it is effective at people who like to do down Bs or sweep a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the professor has a question. Can you talk about the lower tiers? We talked about Leon already, but I think there's. I mean, if there was to be in lower tiers, Rolf, I mean, probably one, but I mean, he's still really good, man. There's this guy in Mexico named Rosa. He plays Rolf really well, and yeah, I can't say that he's low tier because he's still good. He's still good. Mai has a harder time winning. I mean, that's the only thing. She's still pretty good though. And yeah, I would say because she doesn't have any HD combos in mid screen or any damaging combos with or without meter mid screen either. Yeah, mid screen she has very little. I think she's got the EX Rainbow into the quarter forward D, and that's probably about it. Or you can go into a super, but then again you're wasting meter. Yeah, she doesn't have many combos mid screen, but in the corner she's got a ton, man. She can do serious damage in the corner. Yeah.
She kind of, I don't know, she's kind of alright in her role as a battery character.
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Bottom tiers. There was a big thing about Leona being the worst.
Yeah, I think we talked about her.
We
already.
talked about that already,
so
didn't we?
if you
Yeah.
have a question, you can guys watch the stream.
Yeah.
Just to sum it up, once she's got an opponent on top of her like EX Kyo or Kyo, just it's gonna be really hard for her to get them off unless she's wasting meter or just going for that moon slasher.
Yeah.
Which is not safe
Which is
anymore.
not safe.
Yeah, not at all. Even in the arcade, she used to push it back so much that it was kind of hard to punish her. So you can just throw it out there even if you were not sure, and it will be hard for them to punish. But now it's like there's no pushback, so they'll be right in front of you wherever you hit them.
That's right.
So
That's right.
I think that's one of the things that kill her.
Yeah. I mean, we've got an interesting question here which says, which KOF character is your favorite character of all time? Out
Of
all
all
the
time?
KOF? Yeah.
I think EX Yori. I mean, or 98 Yori. I
Okay,
mean,
that's your
now it's EX Yori.
And that's because of he's very good, or is it because you just like the character?
Because his style.
His
'Cause
style.
he's got the fireball, he's got the Rekkas, he's got the mind games, he's got the command grabs, and I think that would be my favorite character of all time.
So 98 Eri.
98 Ori.
Would you say 98 Eri is very different from 2K2 Eri because they were quite similar? Original 2K2.
Yeah, it's not super different,
Not
but
super different, that's right.
it's a little different.
Yeah.
But about the same thing. You see a lot of Mexican players using
They
him
play
in
very
2002.
similar
Yeah.
to 98.
Yeah, instead of doing the down B, down A, Rekka. I'm sorry, down B, down A, 4A, Rekka. They're doing down B, down A, Rekka.
Yeah.
So he's got those mind games. He's got those good normals that
Yeah.
unfortunately he doesn't have them here in 13, and his Rekkas are pretty safe on block.
I believe even though 2K2 Eri was very similar to 98, he wasn't actually the highest in the high tier list.
No, he
of that
wasn't.
game.
High.
He
was
wasn't.
up there, but he
was up
wasn't
there.
in the highest.
Yeah.
I think he was ranked, the second class maybe.
Yeah. Despite being very similar to 2K to the original 98, where he was near the top or at the top, I believe. What would you say would be the difference in 2K2 which made him not the top?
That 4A.
Yeah.
He needs that to create all the combos he does.
That's right.
And then I think his combos did a little less damage because in 98 he was getting ridiculous damage of C4A, Rekka C. Right,
Yeah.
he was getting a lot of damage off of that, and I think he does a little less damage.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I mean,
So, what's on the sandwich? Turkey?
Ham, lettuce, and tomato. Thanks to Dobie Wall.
Ham, lettuce, and tomato. So you know what? London reminds me a lot of Mexico City.
why would you say that?
Because it's very active. Everybody's on the move. Everybody uses the public transportation, and also everybody's really humble. Like in America, in America everybody's talking about their car, how much money they make, and they got this, they got the new freaking Jordans, and but here nobody really gives a fuck. Everybody's just like, we just do our thing. We like playing games. We do this. We do that. And I like that. And where I come from, it's like that. I am like that. So, but then that's one thing. But then again, it's really busy. So everybody's on the move, on the go.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, London's quite busy. I mean, I've lived here all my life. Couldn't actually relate to that because it is quite a lot of people doing everything at once. Probably not as populous as Japan, I believe, if you walk on the streets where everyone's like...
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous too.
It's quite cramped.
That's my knife story over with, and I think we're just going to wrap up the stream now. Thanks again, The Answer, for your excellent analytical stuff.
Thank you, man.
Impromptu question. Shout outs to Mr. Gunny, head of the Orochinagi Illuminati.
And thanks for hosting here at the Orochinagi headquarters, and Illuminati headquarters too. Shout outs to Gunsmith. Beautiful place. I imagine Buckingham Palace was going to be beautiful. This place is even better.
Anyway, we're going to close the stream up, guys. So,
all right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. See you guys later. Thanks for everything.
Okay. I'm going to set you guys free now. So check this out. Hold up.
Oh, you guys got to be set.